The Pesa Tech program is designed to support the fintech solutions in Africa. The main objective of the program is to provide the solution, the startups with funding opportunities, mentorship, and a number of acceleration programs around the entire Pesa Tech program. The program is supported by UNCDF and implemented by Sahara Ventures in partnership with IPF Softwares and advisors and insights. The key takeaways for us in this program is, first, our main role was based on doing the technical assessment for the 18 startups and as well facilitate the technical bootcamp. Through this entire program, the major thing that we learned is the power of collaboration and teamwork. The unique talents from all teams, from UNCDF team, Sahara Ventures, ENEA, and Insight came all together to be able to create a unique ways and approach to be able to support the 18. As I mentioned earlier, our major role was doing the technical assessment for the 18 startups. So to do this, we were able to first categorize what areas are we looking to be able to do the assessment. So we focused on the usability of the product, of the solution that were created, the scalability of the solution created, vulnerability, and the functionality of the solution created. So through this assessment, we were able to check on the user experience for the solution, the processes that the engineering team are using to develop the solutions, and also checking the security of the solutions that were built. Because, in a fintech space, it's really important to make sure the transactions that are conducted through the solutions, there's no people who can be able to tap through them and make sure the solutions are in a very great place. So after the assessment, we were able to create a comprehensive report that's used by the startups to guide and build their solutions better and to help them scale from what the level they were and to later stages. It was really impressive during the assessment, where there were some really solid solutions and some really solid teams, and we were really impressed and amazed by the experience we've gone through this assessment. After the assessment, I wish to share a part of key recommendations we shared with the fintech startups. But this is not only for fintech startups, basically for everyone, every innovator and creator out there that is looking forward to creating a best solution. First, if you're a non-technical founder, it is very important for you yourself to be able to gain some knowledge about the technology that is being used to the solution, even in a high level, even in a basic level, to be able to understand. That way, it will help you to guide the team and at least to learn and understand what they're talking about. Another important part is being able to understand the key project management methodology and how to manage engineering team talents. Since it is in technology space, it is really important to understand the craft. Another part is now most of the lessons we shared to the development team and the engineering team is the importance of processes, and mostly important to talk about DevOps and automation. It is coming as just a knowledge and people getting to learn about it and ignore, but it is really important to put into key automation like continuous integration, continuous deployment, because one way or another, it helps building a strong foundation to the product, but as well documentation of solutions. From code documentation, from requirement documentation, it is really, really important to be able to document the solution, because when you're working in a team of building up a program that is later to be able to scale into a number of countries, you really need to be able to know what decision you used, what reason you used to make a certain decision, and that may help you to change the perspective of what you're doing now, so that you can be able to know later and be able to reflect, why did we change this, and how can we be able to avoid the mistake we did at the stage. But another point was on the user experience. Most people ignore the user experience of the product, and it is very key to be able to consider the user experience. Apply the best practices of user experience design, and the better the application is or the solution is in terms of usability, it helps the users to be able to engage more and more. I think it is very obvious. We all love good-looking things, and once you lay down the core functionality of your solution, the usability of your solution, and everything works perfect, is important. Another aspect is the importance of quality assurance. quality assurance and software testing, it is really important. You need to be able to engage with the testers to be able to test your solution.
Thinking back on Pesa Tech Accelerator bootcamp we conducted in Bagamoyo, actually it was an opportunity for APS Software as a company to realize its first of all its goals, because we always pride ourselves in terms of making sure we share our knowledge, we share what we know to the community, and actually help businesses flourish or businesses advance in terms of delivering digital solutions. Now we had a chance to affect, I would say, two parts in an ecosystem of software engineering or digital solution development. We had a part which is founders who are business people focused on what they need to achieve as a business, and we had software engineers on the other side. Normally, what you get to hear is founders complaining that software developers are not doing their work well, and on the other side you hear engineers saying that founders, we need a life, we have a life. It's like everybody pointing fingers at others. So we got that chance to actually hear from both parts. Instead of just conducting a training, what we did is creating an environment where we can all share our experiences and try to see what is the better way to move forward. Now, after conducting that some sort of surveys, I would say, or question and answers, we got to understand that there's a certain culture that is missing when we create digital solutions. And it's super important because, especially for long-term projects, you need that and understanding in the team. So while we did do technical training, we did do non-technical training, eventually we put more effort in terms of talking about DevOps culture, for example, which is the culture that screams collaboration. It's a culture that invites everybody to change their mindset and think as a team instead of working in silos. So one of the benefits of DevOps is the fact that everybody takes the project or the product as their responsibility. There's this famous saying that an engineer who created it runs it. That's what the DevOps culture tries to teach everybody. And with that chance, we did deliver that education, and we could tell after that education, after that training session, everybody got a point, and actually some of them wanted to have that education even beyond that, which is something is probably a proof of the impact we created. And so for us, Pesa Tech Accelerator is just a start, and it actually opened their eyes in a lot of ways. It opened their eyes in terms of the education or the knowledge we have is not something we should take for granted, because a lot of people needed that. For businesses to flourish, some of the education we provided is something they've been missing for a while, and it's crucial. So I would say, in conclusion, that was the biggest achievement we've had. And at the end of the day, we actually created very good human connections. And yeah, that's it. It was probably the most.
So this has been really great. We have gone through the different principles and framework. It has been really great. We have gone through the different principles and frameworks, and they're really, really interesting. Some we have been doing them unknowingly, but now we know how to do them properly. So this has been really great, and I'm grateful. Thank you.